Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. We are, once again, continuing our blind playthrough of Blueprints, Day 107. My goodness, what a day. What a day we had yesterday. What a day we had the day before. What a day we had the day before. I mean, it's been a lot. It's been so excellent. It's been so exciting. It's been so freaking amazing. Oh, thank you, Sauna. It's nice to be getting some use out of Sauna again. All right, my God, all of the days we've had recently have just they're tearing my brain to pieces again in the most wonderful, beautiful way that this game knows how to do so well. So I've been doing a lot of thinking. I'm sure you knew that's what I was going to say. I've been doing a lot of thinking. This royal scepter, man, this Aegeran royal scepter, it brings so much to this game. And it brings so much to my thinking around this game. I'm actually I've been thinking of so many ways of thinking about the role of the Royal Scepter. And I've been thinking about so many possible things to experiment with. It's actually, it's tons. It's kind of tons. So Let me tell you what I've been thinking actually, primarily first. And then I've been thinking about strategy, like how to actually put some of this into practice and experiment. Okay. First off, this scepter, absolutely amazing. Let me check. Oh, hey, there we go. So Royal Scepter, we got it today, and we've been gifted from the Moon Pendant, Lucky Rabbit's Foot and Compass. Okay, nice, not bad. Not the other amazing items that we had yesterday, but that's okay. So, all right. So this is interesting. First off, I suppose the first thing to say is I still have a lot of questions about the Royal Scepter in terms of just how it works. So I guess what I was even thinking is, how do we even change its color? What it says is if you call it a day in a blue room, and I guess in whatever room it is, Royal Scepter will not be lost at the end of the day. And and the most important thing is at the top it says when you first find Royal Scepter, choose a color. Now surely it doesn't mean that this is the color we're stuck with forever. I don't think it means when you for the very first time find Royal Scepter and then from the whole rest of the playthrough, this is the only color you get. I sure hope not. I guess it's not confirmed, but I sure hope not. I'm sure that what it means is that while you currently have the Royal Scepter, and as you continue to have it by calling it a day in the room of that color, I guess now, I can kind of confirm that for myself, that it remains that color. So it's blue today because we picked it up yesterday and we made it blue. So probably, one of the questions I have for myself is, how do we change the color of it? We probably have to, finish the day at some point in a non-blue room, then pick it up again, and then we get to choose a new color. That's my current thinking. I'm sure that that's how it is, because considering the other way is terrifying. Okay. The next big question, though, is if I lose this scepter, how do I get it again? And I suppose I don't know, but I am going to need to find out at some point. All right, so that's one thing. I'll come back to this actually when I'm talking more about my strategy for the day. Let me say to you first off. Here's kind of my main thinking about this scepter, about its relationship to the blue door. So I'm mainly considering two main things are the things that are really exciting me at the moment and that I really kind of have belief in. One is that this door, and I feel so sure about this scepter must be the thing to help us get that blue door open. It's so, that symbol there, it's exactly, it must be, right? And obviously it's even just considering the design of the game, of the pathways, in the game. We've had to work so hard, to get through all of that Ares court puzzle, to figure out the whole thing with the treasure trove, which thankfully we did earlier. So that helped a lot, to open up this real treasure in the treasure trove to get this scepter. So this is a big, big, big deal. It is screaming out at me. I am the thing that opens the blue door. So I am so sure. I have to give myself 99% over to the fact that this is what gets us this blue door open. But the other thing, I'll come back to that. The other thing that I really have some strong feelings about this thing is that it could be related to reclaiming the crown, the throne in throne room. In fact, what does it say? It says reclaim the crown. Well, I have I have the crown. That's obviously not what this is. It's something else, right? It has a picture of the crown. Reclaiming the crown, I guess, is not just picking up the crown. Reclaiming the crown, I suppose, is like, how do I reclaim the power of the crown, I suppose? How do I reclaim the position of being, a king, perhaps a prince, I don't know, sitting on the throne. So, And not only does the scepter sort of seem just obviously related to that, because, it's easy to make that connection from a scepter to, a king and or a queen and a throne room, etc. But my friends, I'm now really considering the books that we, like our manuscripts, our draft books that we found in Tomb. I'm considering these my Bible, and I am taking what is in those books very, very seriously. And I am really, trying to assume that these books are telling me what to do, as a new clue tells me constantly that it is telling me what to do. And I'm still puzzling over the things that I find in a new clue. However, I'm also turning my sights to Red Prince, because we have been given them both. I'm sure it's for nothing. I'm sure it's not for nothing. We've been given both of these books. For a reason. Now, I'm still thinking through a new clue, and I've thought about a lot of things to do with that. And obviously, a new clue has already, the draft of a new clue, the new clue, the old new clue, has already helped us immensely with that Ares Court puzzle. What does Red Prince have for me? It's a much simpler book on the face of it, but I've been going through it. And obviously, I mean, the thing that didn't, take long to consider is that I think it is the first picture in the book, has a picture of little Red Prince sitting on the throne. They have the scepter in their hand. So obvious to take this seriously, right? They have the crown, they have the scepter. So this is what I wanted to do anyway, is I want to just get to throne room with the scepter and see what happens. However, that already raises questions like, what color should the scepter be? And the obvious thing to think for me is two obvious things. Is it black? Because that is the black throne, in the black throne room. Is it blue? And there's a lot of things, of course, that apart from the importance of the blue door, etc., there's a lot of things that signal blue is important as well, because, first off, the crown is blue. The crown has not been, they stole the Fen red ruby crown. They took out the rubies, they changed the color. They did not change it to black. They did not change it to onyx. They changed it to blue and put sapphires in it. So it really does seem more and more and more to me, that the potential meaning of like reclaiming the crown is like, it's clear our uncle, at a minimum, our uncle and many others want to reclaim things for Arinda Aries. But maybe our mother and maybe us, you know, we're all being pushed towards the color blue. And this is what this whole book is about. It's not saying black. It's not saying, you know, black has a very minor role in Red Prince. It's blue. Our favorite color is blue. The crown is blue. The sky's parted. The clouds withdrew. We see the sky. We see the blue butterfly, you know, etc. So maybe reclaiming the crown, it could be reclaiming it black, but it could be reclaiming it blue. So that's kind of like my thinking on that. Another thing to add to this, though, I'll just say, I'm also thinking about the fact that the manuscripts that we found are A New Clue and Red Prince. Why no Swimbird? Why no Swimbird? Justice for Swimbird. Maybe on the face of it, it's just because, you know, Swimbird, yeah, you know, like in a sense, it's probably because considering puzzle dynamics, they didn't have anything they needed to teach us through Swimbird. You know, that's it. Like in a sense, I guess what I'm saying is A New Clue draft and Red Prince draft were probably offered to us in this game because they have things to teach us. We have discovered them to be taught, and maybe Swimbird in particular, you know, like there's no real need for it in a sense. Beautiful book, I adore it. But I am considering, you know, Swimbird, like the importance of Swimbird, beyond being able to see specific clues and tricky things in a manuscript, is the story that that Mary is telling through Swimbird. And I suppose that the sort of the obvious, even vague reading of it is that Mary sees herself as Swimbird, not fitting in with all of the other color birds, all of the other realms and their interests and their power games, etc., and that sort of thing. Again, it is aligned with blue. It is aligned with being different. It is aligned with being something new that they don't even recognize as being okay for a bird, or being okay for a Mary, or perhaps being okay for a Simon. So all of these various things, you know, are telling me blue, 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 blue. But of course, so many other things in the game are telling me black, 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 black. So I can't deny that either of these are compelling possibilities for Throne Room. However, in addition, so you know, it's important for me to get to Throne Room with the scepter and just see what happened, if anything. Just see. You know, I need to do that experiment. However, of course, the other thing that is in one of our Bibles, Red Prince draft, is that little Red Prince is sitting on the throne with the crown, with the scepter, but also has the cursed effigy in his little hand. And of course, this also brings to mind that the projector that we see in the classroom shows us, you know, I mean, I've talked about this many times because I'm totally fascinated with it, shows us General Teskin walking to the throne with scepter, with crown, with the cursed effigy. And I've been thinking, like, you know, so obviously I've told you, you know, many times, like, I'm wondering if this has historical reference. Did he get given the cursed effigy as an assassination attempt? It's one way, it's possible. Then why do we have it in the Red Prince book? Well, it may be, as I suggested, that that's what actual General Teskin is sort of known for. And it could just be us mirroring that, like looking up to the great General Teskin, you know, who died with his effigy in hand or something like that. So it could just be that. It could just be an idea. It could also be the idea in the sense that it's Mary saying the Red Prince, the Red King, etc., is cursed, as in because red is a cursed color. You know, red is the bad you know, state of power. So it could be sort of like, you know, it could be a political statement. However, I have to also consider that it could be instructions, as many things are in this game, for what to do. So I am also considering that maybe having the scepter and the crown and the effigy are what we're being told to do to reclaim the throne. I'm considering both of them in a sense. I kind of don't want it to be that because obviously if we pick up oh, by the way, I'm going to do something while I'm talking to you. I forgot that there was something I want to start the day with, which is I actually want to go and check the blue door, because we do have the scepter now, and the scepter is blue. And while I didn't have an entirely blue day yesterday, I had like 30 something blue rooms. I don't think this is going to be it, but obviously I have to check. So this is just something I got to check. So yeah, so obviously having, oh, I've gone too far. What have I done? Having, like, getting the effigy, cool. I know where it is. I know how to get it. But what's going to happen when I pick it up? Well, I'm going to be freaking cursed, aren't I? I'm going to lose my current blessing, which is a really good blessing. And I'm then going to be, even if I pick it up at the end of the day, which is what I would do anyway if I want to try it, I would then be cursed the whole next day. And I would then need to, try and get another blessing if I wanted to get my blessing back and all of that. So that's a consideration. It's very compelling to me that this might actually be the answer. However, it's just something I have to think carefully about. How am I going to experiment with this? Because I will be cursed, I will be cursed by this. So anyway, so that's something I'm thinking. I'm also thinking to go back to sorry, I'm looking at my notes. To go back to the whole blue door thing, and actually here we are. So let's take a look. If it's open, I don't need to say. No, it's not. It's closed. All right. As expected. Hello, blue door. Good day to you. Good day. I'll see you again. I'm sure I'll see you again. So I've got throne room and several things that I want to experiment with throne room. And obviously I can't do these things right next to each other because they're dependent on the royal scepter, and changing the color for the royal scepter can't be done on the same day. So these are already experiments that need to be done on different days. Adding in the complication of, the effigy, if it comes to that, is a whole nother complication, because it just has other strategic, implications for what I'm doing with the days. To go back to the blue door, let's look up a mountain. Hey, mountain. To go back to the blue door, all right, I have a couple of different things I'm thinking with that. One, as I've said, like my early idea that I'm less and less in love with now was doing all of the drafting rooms. So it's still possible, but I have to say that, with this whole scepter reveal, I feel much, much, much more in love with the idea that it's related to the color of the rooms and that it's related to drafting blue rooms. However, it's obviously not just drafting many blue rooms, because we did that yesterday, and I have the scepter, and I've already called it a day in a blue room, and it's the next day and the door is still closed. So it's obviously not that. What I suspect, a couple of things I suspect, is that one, it is having a house that is entirely blue rooms, and I've said this before, and then I have to call it a day in a blue room in that condition. And maybe the next day the door is open. So there's that. I am very, very compelled by that possibility, because it just seems to work with the way that the scepter works. However, another one I'm considering is that, and it's not too much of a stretch to consider this really, there are those 8 lines that are coming out from the blue door, drafting pen symbol. So maybe it's related to like drafting 8 blue rooms like exactly. I don't know, and maybe calling it a day there or something like that. And obviously 8, very big number for us. Understatement, big number for us. So there's that. But that does mean committing to like only, that in itself is like a couple of different experiments, because I don't know. I mean, if I draft only 8 blue rooms and call it a day, that's one thing, but like maybe it actually needs to be, like maybe it needs to be a full house of blue rooms, or maybe it just needs to be, I don't know. Is that even possible? It's certainly there's enough blue rooms, but like how easy is it to do that? I don't know. It seems like a lot. So, but anyway, something in that direction is the thing I'm really thinking seems the most likely. I am also considering, and this is not for today, this is for later, because obviously we're sticking with Blue Scepter for now. But I am also considering, what the hell other things can I do with these other color scepters? So I've started just sort of writing out some basic ideas about, like, maybe the scepter relates to other rooms in those colors as well. Like maybe something cool happens when you have, for example, the purple Erasure scepter. And, you know, I'm thinking like, what are the most interesting rooms I can imagine maybe being related to that? For that one, Ladyship's Chamber, Master Bedroom, but probably Ladyship Chamber, because that's the most Erasian room, right? And, you know, all right, here's the other thing. I can't actually show you here, but when you get to pick the color with the Royal Scepter, there's no white. Now, obviously there's no white because there's no white rooms. There's only rooms of the other colors, so that's what shows up. However, all of the scepters do have, apart from this one, which has a new kind of sigil / core on it, I suppose, like our family sigil, core, I don't know. Mine, Mary's, I don't know, really. Then all of the other colors have an actual realm symbol on them. So I know that there's no white because there's no white rooms. But it is just interesting to consider that all of the other realms are represented in the other scepters, but not Morajai. It almost like kind of makes me feel a little bit bad for Morajai. And I love Morajai, so I'd love to have a white Morajai scepter. I guess it wouldn't do anything, but it's also a little bit of a conspicuous absence, I suppose. Given that the realms are represented with the colors, it seems like the realms also matter. Like, it's not only the color that is represented on this scepter, it is also the realm sigil, or at least the core. So I don't know, I'm just thinking about this. I don't know what to take from that, but just something I'm thinking about. So, but then what maybe might be rooms to do with Orange Scepter? What I have written down is foyer, vestibule, tunnel. Those, are the most interesting hallways to me. Green, cloister, secret garden, maybe conservatory. Cloister probably the most, sacred-y kind of room. Yellow, it's a bit difficult. Armory, gift shop. I'm thinking, I just love gift shop. Gift shop has, the big this symbol in it as well. And maybe even bookshop, I thought. Like, is it possible that there's still a new book that might appear in bookshop? I don't know. Just really throwing things out there. Red. Red is such a horrible... it's going to be such a difficult day to try it with a red scepter anyway, but I've thought of lavatory, chapel, archives, what is it called? The Red Crowned Room, or Lost and Found, maybe even. I don't know. It doesn't really seem hugely compelling. And then black, obviously, pretty much every black room, tomb, throne, armory, treasure trove. I mean, we've already had the Royal Scepter in the treasure trove. And in fact, when we find it, it is a black scepter in the box. So, and then I've had one other thought, which is, because I'm thinking about the scepter and its potential role in reclaiming the throne. I've literally forgotten all over again. I have too many ideas in my freaking head. It's reclaim the crown. I've written throne because I keep thinking throne room. What if the scepter makes it possible to reclaim the crown for all of these different colors? Like, what if I go in there with orange? Can I reclaim the crown for Carrarica or for Arch Aries? It's just an interesting, it's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought. At least it is for me. Okay. So, there are still many, many other things I'm trying. I'm still trying to find interesting anagrams that might go with our denoted inverse, investor needed, etc. thing. I really do feel like they're telling me, try more anagrams there. But it's a lot of letters, and there's so many things that are possible. And so far, nothing I've looked at has hugely jumped out at me. But I'm thinking more about the individual words that you might be able to get there that could be meaning to the game. And deed is one that I've thought of. But I've actually since also, our whole Aries core thing, thought about Tor. Like, I've thought Eurasian words could also be a part of this, right? So Tor is possible in this as well. And, the reason that that's extra compelling is, of course, because all of these notes that feature this feature an anti-clockwise swirl. So it's already got a relationship to Tor, right? So that makes it difficult because I can't really use like online anagram generators to look for Eurasian words, but I can sort of, do a combination of doing it myself. And yeah, so I'm trying to sort of think manually about this as well. Like, just try to find what are the interesting words that can come out of this that might be related to the game. Anyway, I'm not there yet. Of course, with every new thing I think of, and just in general, I am like plugging away at different ways to try and think about the cryptograph. I haven't made much progress yet, but I've been focused on other puzzles really, so I haven't done a lot on it since the last episode. But I think at least since a couple of episodes ago, one thing I have been thinking about, and this might just be a neat detail, is the fact that the paper that the cryptograph is on is the same paper that the deed is written on, and is also the same paper that Mary's early letters that we find in the dovecote are written on. And it's also the paper that the speech that we find in the schoolhouse is written on. So there's two reasons I'm thinking about that. One is that it's a really neat detail that all of these older papers, these older documents, are using the same stationery, which is cool. The second reason I'm thinking about is because I'm very sus about the thing that we find on the stationery, on the deed, down the bottom, that says a new, I don't have it written in front of me, but it's like a new fin clerk. A new fin clerk is the stationer. That's an interesting detail to include. I of course took notice of it because it's a conspicuous thing to include. Also, I love stationery, so there's that. But of course, it's also a new, which is like a new clue, right? A new fin clerk. A new? Like, that's really, really conspicuous. So these are just connections. I don't know. These are just things that could be connected. I'm thinking about. Anyway, it's really just to say I haven't figured out what the cryptograph is yet, but those are some directions I'm thinking of. So, to bring us back after all of that, to bring us back to today, what am I actually going to try today? As I've said, I am the most compelled by the blue door idea, and I want to try that. However, if I try that, then that's the only thing I try, because I can only draft blue rooms. But the other thing I'm very, very, very interested in is the throne room. So what I'm thinking about for today is actually trying my lesser idea for the blue door, because you never know, which is trying all of the drafting rooms. Not all of them are, a lot of them are, but not all of them are blue rooms. Some of them are other colors, like greenhouse. Yeah, so trying that, which allows me to also try getting throne room, which I would also like to try. So I can at least just see if I go to if I go to throne room with the scepter, at least as it is in its blue color, does anything happen? So I at least just learn some things from this. I get some information. And then we find out, right? Nothing happens. Okay, we try in the next experiment. The next experiment might be trying, all of this might be trying throne room with the effigy as well. It's just that I have to be committed to the fact that when I try that, I will be cursed and I will lose my blessing. Now, the other experiment that I'm interested in doing today is actually losing the scepter. So maybe not calling it a day in a blue room so that I can find out how do I get the scepter back. Because one possibility, of course, is that I have to get treasure trove in the outer path again in order to get it again. But it could also be something else. It could be that it just appears in the entrance hall again. It could be that it appears in a regular treasure trove. It could, it could be that it appears freaking somewhere else in the chat. I don't know. In the throne room, maybe. Maybe it appears in the throne room. So I don't know. Maybe it appears next in room 46 is the other thing I'm thinking, like next to the crown, I don't know. But I have to try losing it, or otherwise I'm not going to know. Like, if I don't learn this information soon, I'm not going to know what happens to it. And the reason I think it's better to try it today than to try it another day is because I have the blessing of the monk still. So if I lose the scepter, and if it turns out I still have 4 more days with this blessing to try getting it again in treasure trove in the outer room if I need it. Okay, look, that's a lot, but yeah, that's a lot, but I had to catch you up on my thinking about where I am. So we're going to go through the day. I'm going to try getting drafting rooms, and I'm really going to try and get throne room. And I think I'm probably going to need to get study, which I have the option for in the outer room for this, because yesterday, again, because we had blue rooms more common, there are just so many blue rooms that you get absolutely pelted with blue rooms in this game. So, I mean, look, it's amazing that I've just been given a non-blue room option, actually. So I think it's actually going to be hard to get throne room in the first place. So we'll see. All right. How am I going to start the day? I do not have key card, so no, I'm actually going to do boudoir. I'd actually like to, because I had a little trouble getting redraw dice, recently. So let's just start the day with a couple, just so we have options. And we get an extra gem, which is good. We know we're going to get, break room is definitely going to get offered over and over again anyway, so that's okay. So look, I am actually getting some coloured options. That's nice. I guess these are my more common rooms anyway. I might just straight up do spare veranda, because, yeah, greater chance of finding items in green rooms sounds good. It gets us a little bit further. Oh, hello. Double tool. Dang, this is the best offering I've had in here yet. I mean, aside from having a trunk, that is, which we don't. Cool. Okay. Okay. All right. That's sort of interesting. I'm being pelted a little bit less with the blue rooms than I expected. Okay. Well, while we have it on offer, let's go commissary, just to get set up. For the day. Okay, great. Sledgehammer. Perfect. Magnifying glass. Lovely. Sleeping mask and running shoes. And this is really good because we didn't need a shovel. Look at that. Nice. This is a good bunch of things. I like this. What a good day. Okay. Well, I guess let's see what we get here. I'm going to go dining room for the north and the south option. Yep, because I'd like to be able to draft down to the corner here if I can. Hey, coupon book, nice. This is probably about the Joya lunchbox. All right, actually, before drafting that, I am thinking I don't have... So we do have 51 stars, so when we get observatory, we will have the inkwell option. But also I've got study waiting for me in the outer room. So I'm going to go and get that now, because it'd be good to just have the option for redraws aside from the die. Let's do that. Let's do that. Now, I know that... yeah, look, other things would be nice, but this is why I put this here. I put this here to get this option. Cool, apple. I was just thinking of leaving it in case I get, you know, a way to make steps. Haha, and key, my first key of the day. Thank you, study. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice to see you here again. A start of the day study redraw capacity is excellent. Now we just have to get the gems up to get it. But I think that's working quite well recently. I think like I'm feeling a lot more confident about my gem gaining strategies. So that's feeling pretty good. Okay. But I do have to start, yeah, also getting... Oh, come on. That's too perfect. I'd actually really like to put workshop here to go, you know, straight to the corner. However, I mean, this is ideal. This is ideal. Lovely. Great. I was just saying, feeling a lot better about my ways of getting gems. Okay, that's really nice. That's really nice. Oh, this is where I wish I had the compass now. I wish that any of these were pointed in a different direction. However, conference room is still a good option for this spot. So I'm going to put that there. Cool. Any items, conference room? No, I don't think so. Okay, so we might as well draft here rather than from entrance hall because of, you know, yeah, because of the likelihood of, look, parlor is perfect here. It's oriented in the right way and we'll get some more gems. However, look, treasure trove is common. It's a common room. I would ordinarily be quite confident I'm definitely going to get it again, but with the scepter orientation to blue rooms, I'm slightly concerned. However, I still don't have key cards, so I've got to be really careful with my exits. So let's do this for now. It's good. I'm feeling a lot more confident that we can get throne room today though. So that's good. We're seeing other colors. It was like the other days, like both of the other days really, where I've had Banner of the King and the first day with Scepter, we got way more blue rooms than this, I feel. So it actually feels like it's a little bit, it's like it's going a little bit easier on me today. Okay, a box next to this box is true. Both boxes next to this box contain gems. Lies. A box next to this box contains gems. Okay, so this one definitely false. A box next to this box is true. Okay, so this is also false because this one is false. So this one is true. A box next to this box contains gems. You got the gems, buddy. You got the gems. You got the gems. This one is the true one. This one got the gems. Okay, great. I am still thinking about whether it could be relevant that these boxes are mentioned in a new clue draft, a new clue version 1.0. And it's interesting to me that it is it's kind of like the two most interesting colors, blue and black, and then white, which is the sort of conspicuously absent color from room colors and from the scepter, right? I don't know. I feel a little bit bad for white. Okay, I have to do hallway then. So, man, this would be a really good day for the ornate compass. Losing all of these exits. Okay, but I've only got one key. Oh, I don't need it. That's right. Great, we can go straight in. Yay! Now I don't only have one key. I've got more keys. I've got more keys. Great. Okay, this is a really good amount of gems so far. Can't say I'm upset about this. Okay, definitely do not want to dead end this spot. It's not going to hurt to have more gems, but I could also try a redraw. I'm going to get more gems. More gems is going to, more gems is more redraws. It's going to help in other spots. Let's do it. We can live with this. Cool. Only one of the other boxes is false. The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. All right. So finally it's not, it's not super easy immediately. Okay. In that case, this one is saying only one of the other boxes is false. Let's just for the time being say this is true. The gems are in the false box. Okay, so one has to be true and one has to be false of these. The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. Okay, so because they say the same thing, then this one by default has to be false. So this one is false. In a way, that actually, hang on, but, this creates a little problem. Only one of the other boxes is false. If this statement is true, then one of these has to be false and one has to be true. But the fact that they have the same statement means that that cannot be true, which leads me to think this statement must be false. However, if this statement is false, at least one of these boxes needs to be true. Okay, I get it. At least one of these boxes needs to be true, but we still cannot have one true and one false because that would by default make this one true. So it doesn't make sense. So actually it means they both have to be true. They both have the same statement. The gems are in the false box is true. This is the false box. The gems are in this box. Got it. Got it. Hey. Nice. Okay, that's good. Well, we definitely want observatory, right? We want more stars. We want the constellation power. Yep. I'm just questioning it because in recent times I had to be very careful like not to get observatory, and so like my instinct was set to hang on, is this what we want? Yes it is what we want. Yay, inkwell. And we get a pair of chests. Great. Okay. And again, if I get the option to get more stars through experiments, I really want to do that. I really want to get more stars to find out what that next constellation is. Really do need some more keys or, master key or something though. Yeah, I was predicting we're going to start getting locked doors now, right? This could be a good spot for silver key. Okay, well, I guess vestibule. Though I do wonder what I would get if I redrew with still the silver key. I'm gonna try. God, I wish I had. I so much wish I had been able to get rid of the gem cost for Cloister. So either way, these are 3. So I've essentially, if I do get Cloister, I've essentially taken 4 gems to get it. But if I redraw, then I'm still just using more gems. So it's a little bit painful. But I'm actually just going to put Cloister here. And look, we have some dig spots waiting for us, which could be helpful. Hey, Arinda, I've got one too. I've got one too. See? But it's not green. Maybe you want me to come back with green or black, because you're the, you know, you're the black prince, princess, angel. Maybe. How wonderful it is to know what this is now. Amazing. Okay. I'm still a little bit interested in maybe getting Ladyship's Chamber mainly for the telescope. Like, you know, there's still the other possibilities in there of, like, I know there's upgrade disc in there, so I want to try various things with it. But yeah, I'm really keen to get the telescope and in planetarium again if possible. Well, I could go for yet another parlor. Let me check my parlor map. I'm still dedicated to filling this out as much as I can, just in case. It might all be nothing, that's okay. It might all be nothing, like workshop letters were nothing. But I mean, they weren't nothing, but you know, they weren't anything I hadn't already figured out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, rank 6. No, I've already had it here. Actually, the spot next to this is where I need to get parlor on rank 6. I might, even though it uses more gems, it's still a good spot, I think, maybe for passageway, because it just gets me loads of exits. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So, not a bad setup here for at least creating exit possibilities, but I really now need the rooms to start working for me. I need to try drafting rooms, I need to get throne, and some other things. So, yeah. So I'm thinking even of turning back. Yeah, going down. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Because we've got study power now. We've got inkwell power for redraws if we need them. That's all good. Yep, down hallway, parlor. Thank God today we had the extra steps. That's a really nice. That's a real help. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, rather than drafting up from conference room, I'm first gonna do the other corner. Oh, hello! And we get our trunks. Yes. Okay, a bit of extra spending money. Cool. And gems. Great. That makes up for cloister, at least. All the way around to dining room. Great. Everything there is bought. Might as well pick up Joya at some point. Okay. Let's see what we can get here. Oh, dang it. I really want planetarium, but not here. I also really want Nook, but not here. I'm a little tempted to try a redraw, because if I could get something like drafting studio, like that's one of my drafting rooms anyway, right? And I need something that takes me straight forward. Okay. Dang. Am I gonna use up all of these gems already? I'm not gonna use up all of them. I'm gonna try one more. Okay. Okay, so at least veranda and workshop are really good options. I already have spare veranda, so I guess it's good because, you know, it's still going to be a room that's likely to have a lot of good stuff in it. But then workshop is workshop. I'm going to go workshop. Okay, yay! That's a very good. That's a very, very, very helpful. Thank you. I do have lucky rabbit's foot, so yeah, if we get the coin purse, we can be as wealthy as we ordinarily are anyway, I guess. Okay, so this is where we can try to get a room that's super good for us. Oh, how dare you offer me attic? Attic is such a good option. Attic is such a good option, and it's so perfect here. It's out of the way. maybe maybe this is just too good an option to get attic here, where it's not going to be in the way of other things. It just means I'm not using these 3 redraws really, but that's okay. We've got many, 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 many other redraw options. I'm gonna get attic. Attic is just so good. Attic is just so good. Oh, here we go. Yay! I can make my lucky purse. Sweet. Gem, key. Is this the same? This could be the same paper as well. It looks like the same paper. And so this is Editor Thomas Yanders. Rejecting red prints. The thing with red prints is always that I actually don't know, like, you know, we know like the month and the day it was rejected, but I don't know the year it was rejected. I don't know anything about the actual publication year of red prints. So I guess she did include a return envelope because her manuscript was indeed not recycled. Ruffington, Red Publishing, change the ending, which she did, but there's no other details here that I know of that can tell me the year. Okay, aha, excellent. That's nice. That gets us the crown, almost definitely. Ah, no treasure map today. Okay, I guess that was that. Still, are these boxes anything? I wonder. Probably not. The boxes in Treasure Trove are conspicuous. Those ones are conspicuous. Okay, so we might as well do this. Assemble! I always feel like it's like a, you know, a superhero team thing. Assemble my contraptions. Lucky purse. I mean, I could do Detective Shovel. I am interested in trying more with Detective Shovel. It's just that it gets rid of the oh. What am I missing? Not over here. Aha, a couple of coins. There we go. Hooray, well I got interest now because of my lucky purse. Cool. Not interest, actually doubled. Actually doubled. I guess every time I draft up it lessens the possibility for Ladyship's Chamber. However, if I keep using my secret passage method, then it makes it easier to get anyway, so maybe it's okay. Oh. I'm really not getting drafting rooms on offer. I could redraw, or I could just put good old kitchen here to get the steps. I'm gonna try a redraw. Okay, definitely not ballroom. I do have car keys, so I could get more keys and whatever else is in here, and dead ending this spot isn't too bad. However, if I am gonna go, I'm just pulling up my list of the drafting rooms. Like, the problem is, you know, even if I, like, I don't have too much faith that the drafting rooms is going to be the thing. However, you know, it'd be nice to be able to give it a go. But even if I do, it might already fail because I don't have schoolhouse. Yeah, and let's say that it is drafting rooms. It could even need schoolhouse and all of the classrooms. I mean, that would be pretty crazy. I'm guessing that, I don't know. I'm not trying that for now. Let's see if... Okay. Still none. I might try one more time. I'm gonna try one more time. Okay, so pool at least is something. It gets us started. Let's do pool. Pool gets us started. It gets us a couple of trunks, and pool adds pump room, sauna, and locker room. None of those are also, that's fine. None of those are also drafting rooms. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, drawing room, study. We've already got study, which is great. Pool, chamber mirrors, library, drafting studio, question mark nursery, because nursery, well, it's still a drafting room. It's just it's a green room. Oh, sorry, bedrooms. Yeah. Greenhouse, conservatory. Conservatory I have to get in a corner, so that's the consideration. Maybe we should do our best to get that here. Okay. Still, pool is one, and we get these trunks now. Great. That's good, because I used all of those just getting pool. And more redraws. Wonderful. Nice. And a key. Oh, hello, pool! Pool has given me a key card. How nice. Maybe this is a spare veranda's work. Huh. I think I'm just gonna draft here as well. Since I'm here. Okay. Maybe it's nice to put planetarium here. Because I could dead end this spot. It wouldn't be too bad. It would be fine. And then I would have planetarium in case, yeah. Apple, die. More redraw die and money and trunk. Lovely. And dig spot. I'm just going to do it. Oh, tin can. Okay. It'd be really nice to be able to get my experiments going. All right. No, I'm happy with that. I'm happy to have planetarium as an option. So how are we getting out of here? We're going commissary, veranda. Thank you, veranda. I think you've been very kind to me so far today. How amazing. So we've got key card now. That's great. So let's try going from conference room now. We've got a lot of gems, a lot of redraw possibilities. So that'll help us to sort of be able to get into the corner. I think I might do kitchen here then, because we need to go east. Key. Nice. Steak, so that works with showroom if we want to get the extra steps. I might leave these just for now in case showroom does come up and I'm able to get, not there, and I'm able to get the spoon, good old spoon. So here definitely I want a north-south option. So we'll redraw. It might just have to be East Wing Hall, I think. There we go. Rather than just using more gems to redraw, let's just take the good option. Okay. I keep getting veranda as an option. I guess because we're on the edge. It's good. It's just that I really do want... I'm going to use a die. Alright, so drawing room is at least another drawing room. Another drafting room. It's a bit of a waste of the exits, but... I am thinking it's such a good, because it's a room that where both exits allow you redrawing as well, which is quite good. I'm actually going to redraw. Let's see what else we can get. If I could get something like drafting studio, like a straight ahead drafting room, I'm... Alright. I'm burning through the dye. Let's leave the dye. Let's go to gems. Okay, it's not working. I should have taken the good option. You never know. You never know. Let's just put security here because then we can, yeah, we get our, oh, there's a little coin there. Yeah, we get not terminal. We get, yeah, terminal. We get terminal access. Cool. There's a trunk and an apple. Where is there a trunk and an apple? Where have I left a trunk? I will think about that, but first off, let's set this to high. Do all of our usuals. And log in to a network. I wonder if everyone is still fighting about the information they shared in the staff announcements. I hope so, because it's hilarious. Yes. Unfortunately, I can't delete announcements remotely. We'll just have to hope Simon has already solved it when that was posted. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. It's all good. It's all good. I got ya. Cute. Okay, we'll do... I can't really think of a reason not to keep ordering the shovel at the moment, so that's my default. And we'll remote into lab as usual. And we can hopefully get a really useful experiment going. I'm hoping for stars. Hoping for stars, because that's helpful in so many ways. Yay! I mean, I feel like it's even giving me stars a lot, which to me is like the game wants me to have more stars, right? Cool. Okay. I don't know which of these two is going to be more likely. I've already done a fair amount of drafting at this stage, but then again, I do constantly have more upgraded floor plans. I've got a good amount of them. No, nah. And trash while digging is usually pretty great. However, if I get jackhammer, I start to not have that option. I'll do trash while digging. Let's do that. I don't know which one is going to turn out to be the better thing, so we'll just go with something. Lovely. Thank you, security. So now, it'd be really good if we could put conservatory here. I mean, library is also a room I'd like to get. But, and as is this classroom. Conservatory. Okay, I've either got to go to dye or gems, and both of them are very precious at this stage. Are you going to offer me my key? My beautiful, wonderful new key? But I don't know. I don't have any other ideas yet for what to do with it. Whereas laundry could give me all of the gems I want. That's pretty tempting. Laundry with study is just so unbelievably good. I'm gonna do laundry. I'll commit to using one of the other corners. The only problem is I'm gonna use, if I use this now, I'm gonna, lose all of my money. I'll then be reliant on getting treasure trove somewhere. However, this is gonna help me to get treasure trove, right? To get the rest of my money. So that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is a good tactic for today, I think. Brilliant. Now I don't have to worry about gem rooms. Thank you, laundry. This is the winning combo. Okay. So now we can draw from up here. Here, drawing room would be great. Let's see if we can get drawing room. Drawing room. Oh, hello, treasure trove. Well, of course I want treasure trove. Yeah, that's kind of perfect timing because now I get them. Now I get all of this money. So if I need to spend it somewhere in showroom, I can. Quite frankly, I could even leave some here. Am I gonna need laundry again? Like, we might as well just leave it because I'm not gonna need more than, look how much money I have now. I got 200 because I've got lucky purse. So I might as well just leave it. Let's leave it. All right, sweet. Next treasure trove, black water. Hang on, this is number 34, my God. Black water. Oh, how exciting. It's a green handwritten. I love these now. The family core can be found in a red room with a 5-letter name. Hang on, this is giving me pause. Ah, hang on, I've just remembered. So the thing we need to do with this anyway is so this is a lie, except if we change the color of the room, then it becomes true. Yeah, handwritten green memos are always false, but would be true if you changed one color in the text. So we only have one color in the text. So rather than a red room with a 5-letter name, yeah, vault. All right, perfect, that works. Okay, it's a blue room. Okay, good. So we already know about this. You know, it's funny, I still don't 100% really know what the family core refers to. You know, is it the vault, the you know, is it the actual what's the word, you know, the is it the little safe that we opened, is it the cryptograph? I'm not sure. Maybe thinking about that is useful for solving the cryptograph. The family core can be found in a red room with a 5-letter name. Now, just for fun, if you were to believe this was true, would it point to anything? Nothing. Nothing there. Nothing there. No. So there's actually nothing that this works with anyway. No, okay, interesting. Yeah. All right, we'll leave that money in there for I don't even know why. I don't even know why. Just in case. Just in case I need to get some more keys at some point and I have to get myself 200 keys. Okay. Here we definitely need to go up. Once again, drawing room is a good option. It just means I'm not using one of its exits. Which drawing rooms would be corner rooms anyway? Classroom would actually be good here if it's pointed in the right direction. Library as well. Yeah. Nursery's a dead end. Greenhouse could be good, but does greenhouse have to go on the edges? Can't remember now. Hang on, I've got to go back to an old note to find that one out. Greenhouse. Yeah, greenhouse does have to go on one of the wings. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. Conservatory is a corner, greenhouse is on a wing, nursery, dead end, classroom, corner, drafting studio straight ahead, pool, 3 doors, chamber of mirrors, tricky, effectively a dead end in many ways, library, a corner. Okay, to be honest, I'm going to redraw to see if I can get classroom or library here. Yeah. And hope that they're pointed the right direction as well. Not happening for me. Ooh. Oh no. Hang on though. Hang on. I really want to try throne room. I wonder if it's a little bit more likely here because it's coming from treasure trove. Dang. I do really want to try throne room. It'd be nice to have it, to get to use throne room. Let's do it. I'm sure it... Hello? I'm here with... Well, I don't have the crown, do I? I don't have the crown. I'm here with Scepter, just letting you know. The great thing about this is we can open North Lever as well. Cool. And we've already got Secret Garden Key, so we can open the other 2 sides. I don't even really consider the south side. I'm sorry, south side of Antechamber. Throne room. Such of interest. Okay, here is library. Where actually it would be great to have drawing room, but maybe we just do it. Okay, nice. I still really wonder, like, could library have more for me? I still feel like it will. And I'm very sus of, like, yeah, the fact that due is in the new clue book. The word due. Things are due here, you know? Okay. Let's go on. So this could... it could be Secret Garden spot. It's just not the very, very best spot for it. Maybe let's see if we can get classroom here. Ooh, hello Dovecoat. It always makes me laugh. Yeah, classroom would be really good if possible. Going through these gems. Yeah, otherwise music room is a good alternative. Classroom. Let's keep trying. Hello, key. Let's try again. Okay, no classroom. Well, I guess music room is fine. Yeah. All right, let's do that. So regular key, we're so keyed up. Okay, prism key. It's hard to get bedrooms from prism key. Theoretically, if I was going to use prism key to get Ladyship's chamber, it sucks. I just realized that I wasn't able to get the telescope in the attic either. Then what could I do it from? Like, I would have to draft into the west wing with a corner room like boudoir or bedroom, and then from these rooms, with locked doors, draft ladyship's chamber. So it's just, yeah, it's tricky. There's otherwise no other way to do it. Okay. Okay, well, there's that. Thank you, music room. So lovely in here. Here we can get secret garden key. Let's do that. Perfect. And maybe even from here we can get greenhouse. That'd be really, really good. Wonderful. So this will get us our crown access. Just turning the wheel. That's what I do. Doing my secret garden labor. I wonder if there are still secrets in this garden. I wonder if there are other combinations of this that can be done. I'm sure that there are still so many secrets to be had in this game. Like, even the little things, or things at least that seem little to me at the moment, like sleeping in bunk room and then getting, you know, the flower laid on Simon's tomb. I mean, maybe that's actually connected to a bigger thing. I have no idea. But even if that's all it is, it's kind of just lovely. It's just a lovely touch. And this game is strewn, you know, things like that are strewn throughout this game. Cool. Great, that gets me a star. This makes using the dig spots for regular things useful. Great, lovely. Yay, turnip, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to turn up my nose at turnip. By the way, just huge shout out. There have been some amazing puns in the comments to these videos in this playthrough. So, you know who you are. Amazing work. It totally makes my day. So here, I guess... Hang on. Well, this would be the perfect place for prism key, wouldn't it? If I want to get greenhouse. Yeah, this is a prism key spot. I hardly ever really use prism key, but actually this is ideal. Yeah, there we go, greenhouse. Great. Nice one, me. We get gems. Oh, hello. We get even more gems. In fact, watch this. Gem. Gem. Okay, it did show up for a second there. I was like, where are you watering again? And a turnip. Lovely. That's worked out really well. Hang on. Old shoe, so good. We get another star. Ooh, let's keep it up. Let's keep it up with the crappy dig spots. More stars. More stars for me. Oh, this is going really well. So far. It's definitely not a very blue day, which is interesting. Yeah, really interesting, because yeah, the other 2 days I've had manipulating the colors have been extremely blue. Okay, this is cool. So, still need to get nursery somewhere, conservatory in one of the 2 remaining corners, drafting studio somewhere, chamber of mirrors somewhere. Even if it's out of the way, it's fine. If we treat it like a dead end, it's fine. But we have and drawing room somewhere. Be really nice to get drawing room here. Oh, well, It's a bit of an awkward spot for it, but I mean, it is available. Let's take it. Okay, there we go. So we can refill that when we go into kitchen next. No gems yet. I wonder if something happens here. Maybe with the green scepter. Don't know. I got to consider all of these possibilities now. Maybe with the green scepter, I can command the very plants, the very earth. Hang on. Why did my metal... Is it in here? Why did my metal detector just go off? Something here. Ah, it's this little coin that appears here sometimes. Okay. Ah, little coin. You little trickster. Okay, so this could be... not... Ideally not secret passage. This could be a really good spot for drafting studio if we're able to get it. Dormitory is really good on this day when I'm going to have loads of these rooms. However, if I put it here, like, I'm not connected to... Like, I'm not even going to come back here, you know, much. So, yeah. So let's keep going. I need something like Rumpus Room. I need a similar room to this. Courtyard. Courtyard would be good. Look at this, I'm making like a little... The green rooms are like encouraging each other, which is interesting. I kind of feel like that's what's going on. I'm making a little cluster of green rooms, but I'd rather have courtyard in the next space. So let's keep trying for drafting studio. I mean, gallery is also not a bad option. So I still need to get classroom, drawing room, drafting studio, conservatory, chamber mirrors. I mean, there's so many possibilities. I'm like, should I have the key of Aries with me? Should I have key 8 with me just in case there's something interesting to do with it somewhere? Also, we get gems in this room. I'm gonna keep going. Classroom. Classroom, just not here. Just not here. Even showroom would be a good one for here. And boiler room is absolutely the wrong way around. God, this is not a good offering. This is not a good offering. I'm gonna redraw again just to see what else I can get. Oh man, it's not the best. It's not the best. Let's just go vestibule. Let's just go forward. However, before I go there, I'm just thinking, why should I go back? Because if I go back, we don't have the crown yet, but I do have kitchen I can buy some steps from. There's also the possibility of getting even more gems and then picking up the rest of the money in treasure trove maybe. Workshop, I still can't make anything really. I can't make jackhammer at least. Yeah, we actually still can't even pick up our food in dining room yet. So... However, I'm just kind of thinking... Like, it'd be nice to be able to draft from here. Let's draft from here. Let's see if we can get courtyard. Courtyard would be really ideal. Oh, hello. Oh, courtyard. I was hoping it would be oriented a different way. Okay, maybe that's fine. I was just like, we can still use the spot from cloister for something, maybe even classroom and just letting it be a dead end. Otherwise, maybe putting chamber of mirrors there or something like that. That's fine. I think this is a good spot for courtyard. It connects these two sections of the house. Yeah. And we get maybe a whole bunch of stars from here. Cool. I haven't even looked at items. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Turnip. And a trunk. Great. Okay, well that's been pretty good for steps already. More money. And that's that. That was great. Good amount of stars in this room. Okay. So, what about here? It's the wrong orientation for classroom. So let's try redrawing. Let's see if we could get something like even drafting studio would be really good here. I mean, boudoir is not bad just for getting some more, you know, dye. I know I have an enormous amount of gems, but like I can only use 8 gems per spot, so dye is a really good thing for extending your redrawing capacity. I don't want ballroom. I don't want ballroom, please. Well, if we put boiler room here, maybe it at least just gets it out of the pool and gets us the exits that are really useful for here. Yep. Alright, let's do that. We might also get a couple of dig spots as well, which could equal stars. No. 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 Okay. No tick spots. Let's keep going. So let's try here. I guess there's nowhere better for the silver key. Yeah, why not? Why not? What would Great Hall get me? Just some gems and some keys. I don't need the lever. Yeah. I guess it's about the same as Rotunda anyway. Why am I thinking about this? I guess I'm just sort of thinking like there's something about the novelty of having certain things next to the antechamber. I don't know. Those are two sort of interesting rooms. I'm gonna go Rotunda. I don't know why. I'm a little bit weirdly attracted to it. The blue drafting thing. It's an interesting room. Okay, so at least dining room's got our food now. We can dig in here. I'm kind of using all of the dig spots anyway, so probably just giving up on... Nice, giving up on jackhammer anyway is a possibility. Let's see if we can get drafting... Oh, actually, exit. I don't know yet exactly what I might want that spot for, so let's actually go this way. We'll do our best to get I mean, the most ideal thing here would be... I don't have drawing room yet, do I? It would be really good to get drawing room. Otherwise, aquarium is great here, but let's see if we can get drawing room, if we get lucky enough. Continuing to give me aquarium. Let's keep trying. Keep trying. Come on, drawing room. Okay, I'm feeling like let's just take aquarium. It's on offer. Okay. It's pretty insistent. It's pretty insistent. More stars. Excellent. This is going really well. We can finally get the crown. So this means we can take it back to throne room and give it a try. Room 46. I don't know what else to try here yet. No, wait, I do. Oh, I keep forgetting this one. Okay, hang on. I can almost remember this off by heart. So this was... I just need to check this one thing. So I think it was Arch Aries, 2 Eraja, 2 Morajai, Vera, Kararika, Nuance. No, it wasn't that. It was Eraja next. Yes, there we go. Okay, I really just need to check right here. No, okay, as expected, nothing. However, I had to do it because I've noticed that within a timely manner is here, within a timely manner rather, is here. All right. So there's nothing extra written here. That's cool. I've established though that this has within a timely manner in it, so does the phrase in the schoolhouse. Could it be that the will is pointing me to the schoolhouse? The mysterious schoolhouse. I've always held space, let's say, for the idea that this room in itself is not the final proper room 46 that we need to find. It may be this is just it. However, maybe there's another one. I've said this many times, so I won't go on about it. However, maybe the way that we read this is the other way. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. The phrase within a timely manner is written in Schoolhouse, uncovering its whereabouts in Schoolhouse. But I don't know what I would possibly do there. Yeah. I don't know. It's just a small thought. So, yeah, but everything else, I think, I've looked everywhere else with this. We've found the manuscripts now. That's cool. We understand the natural order of things. Obviously, there are probably still amazing secrets to be found in this. I've thought about adding 110 years to the, Herbert's death date. Don't know what to do with that. I've got things like the Arindian Heritage Foundation as interesting things noted down. The Grand Cathedral of Eraja, the Reddington Museum of Art, all of that. Still wondering about Rygard Ferrine and whether one of them or maybe Rygard is Pharaoh that we've heard about. I don't know. It's not his dad because he says their late father, but maybe it's their grandfather. No, it can't be. No, that's too old. So maybe it's Rygard. Maybe it's Courtney though. Maybe Courtney, who we've heard from, is the Pharaoh who's been, part of the heist. Lionel. Mysterious figure Lionel. Why'd he leave the family? What this mean? What this mean? I love how he says he left the diary key for Lionel, and yet I full on take the diary key. Like it's mine. Okay. All right. And the deed is still very, very interesting to me. A new Finn Clark. Why would you have a word like this in someone's name when one of the most important things in the game is a new clue? Which is constantly telling you if you have a new clue, you know what to do, you know? It's a very important word, and here it is, very conspicuously. I don't know. Still thinking on all of these things. Okay, but still, at least I've done that now. I can check that off. I can think about that in some different ways. Okay. I do still have the exam room to get the freaking blue memo out of, by the way. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten that. Cool. Well, we get the benefits of the crown now. I don't need chapel, so we can get rid of that. But I do want to go forward from here, absolutely. Oh, I guess, okay. Maybe... All right, then. Okay, so maybe instead of going forward from here... it would be really, 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 really ideal to put, rather than classroom, to put drawing room here. Let's keep going. Why am I having so much trouble with this room? What could I get from showroom? I could get everything from showroom. I could get everything from showroom, including the ornate compass, which would be really, 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 really useful. Okay, I'm thinking of showroom because the next thing I want here, ideally, it could still go on this corner, but ideally it'd be really good to get conservatory here. And then I could still get the other two spots down below quite easily. Okay, so this is great. We'll buy everything. We'll buy everything. Wonderful. No more gem costs, so that at least saves us gems. Ornate compass is probably the most useful thing. Moon pendant, great. Okay, cool. I wonder if it's possible for the moon pendant, if you don't call it a day in your royal scepter colored room, is it possible for the moon pendant to save the royal scepter, I wonder? Okay, master key it is. Okay, ideal. It's ideal. Conservatory. Beautiful. Key. I'd actually prefer to get junk. Hang on. I feel like I just saw the... No, maybe I just... No, okay. I thought I just saw a cursor, but I think I just saw... Okay, nice little key there. Thank you. Oh, hello. That's an interesting selection. Oh, just when I don't know if I'm done with wine cellar or not. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if there are still more mysteries in wine cellar. Passageway being commonplace is still really great. It's a great room. It's a really great room. I need a lot of these kind of rooms around. Vestibule, I don't think you need to be unusual. You're a really, really useful room. So I think I'm going to make you standard. I don't even have too much trouble with it being locked. It's just good. It's a good room. Wine cellar. You're a dead-end room. You're a room of real interest. However, I don't know now if I've solved the mystery of wine cellar or if there is another mystery in wine cellar. You do have 3 gems, which is good, but you are a dead-end room. I think I'm going to keep it as unusual. I think I can strive with redraws to get wine cellar if I really decide I want it. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I think making vestibule a bit more common is good because I do, you know, having 4-door rooms is really useful. Excellent. Okay. So here would be really good for classroom if we could get it. I still need to do like my big tunnel experiment, like maybe trying to draft like 8 tunnels, but you know, I can't do it today. Look at this little collection of green rooms I'm getting the offer for. Okay, however, not here. I'd really like to try to get classroom if I can. Honestly, even Chamber of Mirrors would be good. Because even if it's just a dead-end sort of version of Chamber of Mirrors, that's fine. Oh, man. It's not... There are just too many other things coming up. We're getting a lot of green room offers here because, of course, we're in the wing next to a whole bunch of other green rooms. Okay. Well, maybe I'm running out of space. I'm running out of spaces, quite frankly. So, conservatory. We've got greenhouse. We've got nursery. We've got. I still need classroom, drafting studio. We've got pool. We've got library. We've got study, and drawing room. So I've got 3 rooms I need to get. I mean, given that Rotunda gets me to this space anyway, I'm thinking of putting Guy's bedroom in here just to get the redraw die. Yeah. I'm just going to do that. I'd like to not use my stars if I could. Like, I'm really trying to build them up. Hey, Ghosty. Draxus Ghosty. I love this. I love these spots for conservatory. Being able to see the, like a wall there is really cool. Okay. Thank you, showroom. So, we get more redraws on this spot. I might not manage to get... I guess I might not manage to get Ladyship's Chamber today because I'm just sort of needing to use my spots in other ways. This would be a really great spot for classroom if I can manage it. Yep, okay. Oh, okay, that's kind of perfect, I think. Yeah. I think we just sort of have to take it. It's just a good corner spot. Okay. I did ask for it. I asked and the game delivered. Okay. So here, drafting studio Zen would be really, really, really ideal. Okay. It's really just for the possibility of getting telescope, which quite frankly Lost and Found could also give me as well. And then I would also be getting the possibility of Lost and Found. So they're kind of both compelling. However, I do get so many redraws on this spot. I think, in a way, these are all good things for this spot, because I would have used Secret Passage to try and get Ladyship's Chamber, and now here it is. What do I still need? Drawing room, drafting studio, and Chamber of Mirrors. No, I think I have to give up on them. I think I just have to... I have to use the available redraws to try and get something that's more useful. This is tough. This is tough. The pool is full of other things that want to be drawn. That's that for that. Now we get gem redraws. Okay. Sometimes it just feels impossible. It's like no matter how many you go through, you only... And it might be. It might just actually be impossible in certain ways. Dang, I've been through so many. I've been through so many redraws. I mean, Solarium might at least help with Chamber of Mirrors. Let me just check. I have on my phone like all of the rooms, so I'm pretty sure Chamber of Mirrors is... Yeah, it's unusual. But I would literally have to use the next 3 spots then. But the problem is like the other spots, the other things I'm after. So what is Drafting Studio? I mean, at some point I could totally imagine, and I can't remember, I can totally imagine that I might have made Drafting Studio more common, because obviously at the beginning part of the game, it was an amazing, it was an amazing room for me. And I wanted it all of the time. Yeah, it's standard. And drawing room is of course commonplace. This is tough. And I only have 4 die to use. I might put Solarium here. Let's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to work. In the end, this is still the method I don't have a huge amount of faith in anyway. So, you know, it would just be nice to definitely achieve it, so I can definitely go, definitely it's not this, you know what I mean? So we might as well draft from this space now, see what we can get here. It would be really good if just having got Solarium could make Chamber of Mirrors appear here. Crown of the Blueprints. I think, yeah. I think we need to be a blue prince. Or a blue king. It would be so good if I had a silver key. I don't have any possibility of getting one. I probably should have kept the silver key to try and make Chamber of Mirrors more likely. Okay, alright, so let's see how we go here. Yeah, same selection of rooms, really. At least that's a couple of 4-door options. I'd like to see some more of those. Well, it's honestly like, given that I need to get drawing room, drafting studio, and Chamber of Mirrors. Drafting studio is a straight ahead room. There's not it would need to, yeah. I just have to be mindful about what kind of room I'm trying to get where. I should have taken the option for this room earlier, but you never know how things are going to turn out, do you? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. At least then this is done. This is done. And yeah, all right, so now I only need Chamber of Mirrors and Drafting Studio. Okay. So let's get out of here. Such a cool room. So I guess I might as well go from Boiler Room, because if I could get Drafting Studio, it'll be perfect to go here. Yeah. And even if I get Chamber of Mirrors, we actually have the possibility of doing, of accessing Chamber of Mirrors from all of the directions. You know, this here is actually a similar texture to the old paper. Could even be exactly the same, honestly. This is all I can do. Okay, goodbye archives. It's another archives. It's always another archives after getting rid of an archives. At least they are 4-door rooms, maybe because of the position. So that could be good. That could bode well for Chamber of Mirrors. It could bode well. Come on, bode! Bode! Bode well! I can't use secret passage to my advantage. Dang. It's not boding as well as I hoped. It's not boding as well as I hoped. Like, how desperate am I going to go with this? Like, I really don't want to use up my stars, you know? Like, and given that this isn't the thing I have a huge amount of faith in anyway, I don't know if I really want to go backwards with stars. So maybe I can say at least I've tried Throne Room today, you know, knowledge gained. Let's just take foyer. At least it's a foyer experiment maybe as well. God, I mean, it's tempting to even put Lost and Found for the same reason, just to have this day have me, you know, I still just want to keep getting Lost and Found in case there's something else to be had in here. And then I've still got 2 more spaces to draft in. I'm going to do Lost and Found, and it also opens up the possibility... Okay, I was going to say it opens up the possibility of telescope. However, no. I don't think I can dare step in there just yet, and there's no items. We'll go and look at the end of the day. We'll go and look at the end of the day. So from here... I've still got tons of steps. I don't even need to go to dining room or anything. From here, we can go on this spot. Let's see what we might get lucky with. And this is really hard because this is going to be the end of my gems unless I go back to laundry room, which maybe I will have to. It's not looking like it's going to happen, to be honest. Well, all I can do is keep trying for the time being. Damn, man. And both of, like, well, not both of them. At least, like, you know, we have had the offer of this room previously. I'm just thinking I could, maybe patio will have dig spots in it. Get some more stars. I mean, closed exhibit wouldn't even get me, you know, it wouldn't even get me the crown for the redraws, so. All right, I'm gonna give up and put patio. So that means I can't, you know, I didn't think it would, oh, hello. I didn't think it would necessarily be the thing anyway. However, I can't technically get all of the, 11 or 12 drawing rooms that I was at least fishing for. So, but maybe, again, maybe if it is anything, maybe it is 8 rooms anyway. Maybe it's 8 of them. That's definitely that, yeah? Okay. Alright, so now I don't have any gems for redrawing. I do have loads of steps, so I could just go down to laundry room, change my money into gems, and then we can just do this last spot for whatever, you know, for what it's worth. I might do that. We've got dig spots here as well. Oh, hey, we can do this one from here. Well, coins equals gems, but no, I can't use any of them. Key, no, just give me junk. Give me junk. Give me crap. No, not nothing. No, actual junk. Actual junk. All right, good enough. Good enough. So from parlor, conference room. Oh, hey, here's a big bunch of, well, this might honestly be enough. I'm only going to need 8. Oh, perfect. There we go. That works out. That works out. Okay. I mean, I don't know. And I've got all this food here as well. Nom, 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 nom. I love eating all that fruit. Okay. Yep, that's all I can think of doing. So let's just go draft this last little spot. And then we'll check in with throne room and go from there. So from cloister. Oh, hell. Are you kidding me? Well, look, we have to take it. It's what I was asking for. However, this does leave me at least one room short from what my plan was, which might have been nothing anyway. So it's all good. It doesn't matter. All of the other doors here are blocked, so I can't get to any of these oranges. It's okay. I don't need them. I don't need them. Okay, so there we go. A full house that has almost all of the drafting rooms, except for, you know, drafting studio and you know, any of the schoolhouse and other classrooms anyway. So we'll at least just go and do our due diligence, check the blue door in case 8 of them might have been enough. But let's go and see throne room now that I have crown and scepter. And again, hey, if nothing happens, it's fine, because I'm just picking this up for the fun of it. I've got nothing to do with this. Nope. Nope. Okay, so this is great because this is knowledge. Knowledge is the currency of this game, even when it's sort of knowledge that something doesn't work. It's knowledge. So now I know being in here with the blue crown and the blue scepter is not enough. It could need the black scepter. It could also need me to have the effigy. But yeah. But that's that. Okay. So now, so that is known. That is known. We'll go and check the blue door, just in case. Just in case. But I at least had as good a go at all of... Oh, not this way. I at least had as good a go. I'm just curious about inventory. Yeah, no stop. No, yeah. Alright. No, there is a trunk. Where's that damn trunk? God, I've got a full house. Where have I left a trunk? Where have I left a trunk? Like I got one in the library. I got the two in the pool. Did I get the hallway one? There was nothing in veranda. Look, I'm just gonna buy all of this anyway, because there we go. Now I can walk around as much as I want to. Yeah, I got the trunk in the planetarium. Let me check the hallway. Yeah, we got that trunk. None in here. I got these. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. And there was nothing in here. And like, I know this, so I don't even know why I'm checking it. I'm only thinking... Eat my steak. This is so many steps. So many steps. I wonder what my most steps ever is. Honestly, could be this. No, I think I've had like 200 or something before. Yeah, there's no other trunk in here. God, it'd be really nice if Planetarium gave me the telescope. Yeah, the only reason I'm interested in the trunk is for the possibility of telescope. I don't know. I don't know. It shouldn't be any of the later rooms that I drafted, because we already saw that there was a trunk somewhere previously. Unless I missed one in study. I don't know. Looking around, I don't know. Okay, let's go and check blue door. Let's go and check blue door. Maybe a trunk has appeared because blue door is open and there's a trunk behind blue door. But I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, one other thing that I can check that would be really useful. Is actually, let's just go back down to Ares Court, and if we see that that whole thing is open, I think we can feel sure that the key will be, if we can see that the place where we found the key down there is open. Yeah, still closed. Okay. All right, so that's not it. That's okay. I've learned a lot today, and that was the main, today was I literally wrote down on my little post-it note, experiment. Today was an experiment in a lot of different ways. So this is good. This has given me new knowledge. Now I can try, I can make a decision about the next thing that I want to try. Let's go and check this. If this remains, if that little section, the little cabinet, let's call it, remains open, then I know that there is every chance the key is going to remain in there. So I don't need to keep it in cloakroom. Not that I have access to cloakroom today, but just for future reference. This is all about gaining knowledge. Hello chessboard, hello castle wall thing that took me ages to figure out, but has been unbelievably satisfying to figure out. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, that's the thing I didn't want. It is still up though. So, actually, maybe this is fine. What if I do this again? So what was it? It was 109, yeah? 109, press, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 115, press, and then anti-clockwise. There we go. Okay, and it shows the number 8, which is really cool, and opens. So cool. So that probably means this stays up. We don't have to do all of this complex stuff, and I can just come in here, do that to open. Yep, that makes sense, and that's in line with a lot of other things. Yep. Good. I think that I can trust that the key will be available any day then. I like that. However, I still don't know about keeping this open. You know, if I do a different power. Yeah. Nice. Good to know. There's many things today that have been good to know, so I can rethink. Yeah. I can rethink some strategies. Okay, from here, the last thing I'm just curious to check out is Lost and Found, to see if there's any, you know, I can see what the items on the table are, but I can't see, I can't see, you know, if there's anything else new in the shelves, so that'd be good. I'm actually just, since I'm here, I'm going to pop into Studio to see if I possibly missed a trunk. Not Studio, Study. Didn't think so though. Yeah, no, I did not. I don't know where that trunk is. It would only be for the small possibility that telescope is available. But I really want to get telescope in planetarium again. I really want to. Okay. So from here we'll go up. Yep. Trophy room. Up through here. Kitchen, East Wing Hall. Nice. Library, music room, secret garden. I mean, is there another trunk in library that I missed? What if I look up? I don't think I've ever had a trunk up here. No. Not in music room. Not here. Not here. We got everything here. Not in here, but I mean there's a bunch of this was also a source of gems. No trunk. No trunk. So into a vestibule. Courtyard. We open that one. Boiler room. Yeah, there's nothing down there. I really don't know. Like I can't even picture another room that it could be in. Unless it's in here. But no, we drafted this late. Oh my god, master key. That's devastating. No, this is all the same stuff. Okay, but still, I'm dedicated to continuing to try just in case. I'm not going to pick this up because I don't want my moon princess power, my moon pendant to potentially save these things for me. So we'll leave that. Okay. Done. Done. Hello, everybody. Hello, ancestors and possibly red herrings. Huh. I really don't know where that trunk could be. I don't know where I've potentially left one. I feel like I've rechecked everything. That is so bizarre to me. Okay. So the last question, we've tried everything today. It's gone pretty well. pretty well. So tomorrow I'll try some more things. I'm going to have a think about what I prefer, like what kind of things I prefer to try. However, I did tell myself that I was going to be brave and I'm going to finish today not in a blue room. I'm going to try losing the scepter and see if it appears again tomorrow. And if not, then I will definitely get our outer room treasure trove back to get it from there. So, but I need to find this out. I need to understand this so I understand my future strategies. So in that case, where am I going to call it a day? Now I have a whole bunch of list of things here for like calling it like using my monk's blessing and calling it a day to try the rooms in the outer room, kind of just for fun to see if anything happens. Some of them are blue rooms, so I have to avoid them anyway, like Clock Tower. I really want to try. I don't even have it today. Chamber of Mirrors is on the list. I really want to see what that is like in the outer room, but it's a blue room, so we'll avoid that. I don't have room 8. Attic is also a blue room. There's a whole bunch of other rooms here that I don't have. So what am I thinking? That I actually have. Like vestibule is on here because X antechamber. Maybe that's interesting. I don't even have secret passage here. Wine cellar I don't have. Lavatory I don't have. Yeah, cloister is on my list. Cloister, foyer, vestibule, also just antechamber, like just antechamber. Probably, I'm expecting if you call it a day in antechamber, like it doesn't, you know, like what would, yeah. It probably just nothing appears. Nothing appears there. In the outer room, I mean. Throne room is on the list as well, though. What would it mean if I put throne room? I'm just thinking, what would it mean for my experiments if I put throne room in there? Might just complicate. Since I don't know what I want to do tomorrow, it might just complicate things. So I might just not do that one today. Really tempted. And obviously I can't do break room to get the key card because it's also a blue room. Cloister. Vestibule. Antechamber. Cloister, vestibule, antechamber. I might do the freaking antechamber. Like we're gonna try things. Let's experiment. Foyer is also really tempting. They're all really tempting. That's the problem. They're all really tempting. I'm tempted by everything. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Monk's Blessing is such a joy. I love the possibilities of it. Weird ass room. Okay, we're going to call it a day looking up at the ceiling that I honestly don't see very much. Look at this. What an amazing room. This is a weird way to go, right? This is a weird way to go. Call it a day. Oh, what am I doing? I I knew I had to write this down. I knew I had to make myself committed to trying this. Archaeological castle. 21 excavated dig spots, throne room. We got a lot of stars today. I'm very pleased about that. Today has been a big day of learning. Today has been a big day of learning. So this is really good. This is really good. Tomorrow is also going to be a day of learning. I'm going to learn some things about the scepter. I think I'm feeling good about the Aries key and the fact that it's probably accessible each day now. So that's cool. I could commit, I think, to losing that from the cloakroom as well. Yeah, this was good. This was good. So this is going to power up my next experiments. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, I will see you in the next one. I think we can make some very, very cool things happen. We can make some very, very cool things happen, you and I. Let's do it. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.